Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators and Wicked Cushion Esports and Dirty Old Bastards. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler in the booth, joined alongside Stephen McMillan. Stephen, we come back to the Volusia Speedway Park, but this time here on a Wednesday night, something different for us, 305 Sprint Car Racing.
Yeehaw!
Keeping it short and sweet, love it.
Yeah!
Well, this is a way, an opportunity for drivers to make their way from this 305 Sprint Cars into what would be the 360s on a Tuesday night. And, well, Steve, we may be able to, on a Tuesday night, we might be entering the Tuesday night broadcasting scene again, pending if the Dirty Old Bastards can happen to secure a sponsorship for that one to have that broadcasted as well. So we could be back to 3 nights a week, but at the moment tonight, 305s, and then tomorrow night, the 410s return as well.
Yay, I'm just so excited.
And what are you excited for? I know what you're excited for.
What is that, Brett?
Well, I think there's a saying you like to say, and Steve, who helps put this league on?
You mean dig it deep and sell it cheap? You're supposed to say no, Steven.
Well, see, the funny thing is I didn't hear what I just said just then, so...
See there, you got me talking to myself, now they're all laughing,
yeah.
all these people. See there?
Yep.
It's a dirty old bastard!
There we go. There we go. See, look, trying to lead you into it, so you've got a chance to say it. But anyhow, we are looking at about 30 odd drivers signed into the pit area for tonight. The practice session has concluded, and now I believe we're going to roll into the first part of the qualifying session here for the first time tonight and the first time this season for the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. As again, we'll take a look at the qualifiers. Top 20 qualifiers will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Down on the bottom left is going to be the driver that we are currently watching on screen at the moment. Well, in car number 93 in the Dirty Old Bastards, Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators, it is Chris Roberts. They call him, we call him the Catfish.
The who fish?
Meow. The Catfish.
Do you even know what a catfish is?
That's it. Well, I'm not going there, Steve. But anyhow, Chris, second quick as Joe Isabel goes to the top of the speed charts. We'll take a look at some other drivers. Brandon Igo in car number 45. We'll see where it puts him. The time to beat to 15.318 for Jonathan O. Igo goes 5th quick. Make that 8th quick as Billy Brickley goes quick time. The Buckeye. Billy Brickley, quick time of the 15.194. Curtis Merriman, who was on an absolute hot streak last season, picking up 21st quick here tonight so far. But again, that is only lap number 1. We are closing in on about 30 seconds left in this qualifying session. We watch Merriman. See what time he can do in car number 3. Jumps to 11th quick. Dustin Sargent in the 777. Now, Steve, there'll be quite a number of names. Oh, Sargent into the wall. Does a nice little flip and keeps it going. Steve, there's going to be a number of names here that we haven't seen before. And again, interesting to see how these drivers are going to play out tonight.
Yep! Yeehaw!
All right, Joe Dow, the 27 machine, sits 22nd. But Tyler Shell... No, I'm pretty sure. Okay. How about this, Steve? Talk about cherry picking.
Yeah.
You've got a pro World of Outlaws 410 sprint car driver upcoming, starting next week, running 305s. Is that fair? Is that fair to the other competitors? Surely not.
Well, you know, they say you gotta practice. Practice makes perfect.
There's a whole lot of difference between a 305 and a 410, Steve. Anyhow, look, it is what it is. It's you basically got to take what you can get. If you get the opportunity to race in a 305, and you know, you're more than welcome to do it as long as you've been accepted. But Your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid about to show up. As here we'll take a look at heat race number 1 of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and Dirty Old Bastards. Heat race number 1 lineup will look like this. Starting on pole in car number 44, it's Tyler Shell, and to his outside in car number 6, Joe Isabel. Inside your second row, the 110 of Kevin Hanley lines up alongside car number 25 of Richie Preston at a position number 4. Position 5 in car number 3, Curtis Merriman to his outside. Car number 93, Chris Roberts at a position number 6. Nathan Stain in the 093 will start position 7th. 8th will be car number 27 of Joe Dowd. Then we go back to Andrew Olsen in car 42 at a position 9. Ryan Nielsen in car 13 at a position 10. And John King Jr. in car 14 will start position number 11. 11 cars in this one, Steve. 8 laps on the wall. The top 4 will go through. Track starting to is a little slick on the bottom side of the racetrack, but Steve, I can tell you, drivers that are going to be able to control their cars on the bottom side, right up along that inside wall, they still might have just a slight advantage, but it's going to be the exit speed that's going to be very crucial on the exit above the slick.
Yeah, the exit wheel, you got 2 good drivers up front. Probably show the field the rest of the way. Don't forget Richie Preston, a good driver in this heat race.
Yeah, Kevin Hanley as well. He picked up a 410 win last season with the Dirty Old Bastards. Curtis Merriman, I'm pretty sure he picked up at least 4 or 5 in a row last season. But here we go, heat number 1, Tyler Shell and Joe Isabel on the front row. The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car season is underway. Heat race number 1. Tyler Shell going to lead the field down through turn number 1 and 2. We go back to Joe Isabel sitting back there in second spot. Looking at third right now is Kevin Hanley. Then you go back to Richie Preston, Curtis Merriman. Top 5 at the moment. Look at Preston trying to get to the inside there on Kevin Hanley as they go through 1 and 2, Steve.
Well, you know, right now these are all single file out. As you see Preston making the move. The only one trying to, he's going to do a slide job, but look at Hanley down back to the bottom, passes him going into turn number 1. He will slide up. That'll allow Preston to get back underneath them. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. Preston with momentum and the lead into turn number 3, Brett. Great racing here for that 3rd and 4th spot.
Yeah, Preston is in position number 3. Is now Hanley relegated back to 4th. As another nice looking paint scheme, very simplified in that number 110 machine as he tries to run somewhat of a mini slider line, but we've just completed half race distance here. 4 down, 4 to run here in heat race number 1, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum Sprint Car Series presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and Dirty Old Bastards. Your leader is still Tyler Shell, who leads by about 0.6 of a second as Joe Isabel trying to reel in the number 44 machine. Lap times in the low to mid 15-second brackets at the moment. The Tyler Shell has got that number 44 hooked up and on the rail, 2 to run.
He is. He's running a good line there, right above the slick. You see him running. And you look at Preston still in that 3rd spot. Hanley trying to see if he has anything for him. Preston runs the slider line in 3, coming out, turn number 4 on the high side. Brett, really, the battle now, you can throw a blanket under 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah, well, the battle is about to end because we go into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat race number 1, Tyler Shell, victorious here tonight. 2nd will go to Joe Isabel. 3rd will be Richie Preston. 4th across the line is going to be Kevin Hanley. Those 4 drivers locking into the main event. Curtis Merriman 5th. And you go back to Stain, Dowd, Olsen, Roberts, Nielsen, your top 10, and John King Jr. home in position number 11. Heat number 1 of 3 complete. Heat number 2 up next. Let's take a look and let's go trackside with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, starting your front row tonight, car number 00 is Billy Brickley. On his outside, at car number 72, it's Jeffrey Stewart. Your second row inside, at car number 3J, is Jeremy Isabel. On his outside, at car number 21, it's Kyle Jenkins. Your third row inside is John Kmisvik. Klimowicz, that sounds like a disease. Junior, I'm hearing Brett tell me how to say the name. Justin Stoll starts on the outside. He's laughing in my ear. Starting 7th tonight is Steven Bixler. And then Aaron Schaefer will start the outside. Robert Boggs will start 9th at car number 29. Lance Coaster will start 10th. And Dustin Sargent will start 11th tonight.
Look, we got to apologise for some of these names that we haven't seen before. Again, to those drivers, we do sincerely apologise, and hopefully we will get those pronunciations correct throughout the rest of the season. But Steve, heat race number 1, the drivers utilising that slider line or right above the slick lane. I think it's going to be somewhat staying here for what should be the rest of the heat races, and hopefully when we come to those preliminary mains, we're going to see that bottom side groove come back in. So we'll see how heat race number 2 plays out down the back straightaway. Steve, I'll let you lead us to the drop of the green flag.
All right, Billy Brickley and Jeffrey Stewart side by side. They're going to go with turn number 3, waiting for the pace truck to enter into pit road out of turn number 4, and then they will fire once the pace truck pulls off. Pace truck pulling off. Billy Brickley on the lap on a green flag racing. We're off. As you see, Brickley to the lead, and you see Jeffrey Stewart falls right behind him, but you see these drivers starting to single file out, and that's one thing you see with these 305s. You got to make the move early if you want to make a move.
Yeah, they're a totally different style of racing. The straighter you are, the more fast you will, because you'll keep your momentum up. Obviously, down on horsepower compared to the 360s or the 410s, where you've got the ability to throw those slide jobs and really clear some before they cross underneath you. In the 305s, you've got to time it to perfection if you want to have a shot at clearing that slider.
Definitely you do, and you look right now in 3rd place, Jeremy Isabel, the 3J car, try to close up on Jeffrey Stewart in the 72, and you see him, he starts to get close, but it's just like it runs out of momentum there, because you're going to look at these drivers. They throw it in there, they catch up to the leader, but on the straightaways, they fall back, Brett.
Yeah, it's all about trying to keep the momentum up right now, and you don't really want to be going right through the slick. You want to stay above it or just underneath it. If you go underneath it, you've got to have some sort of throttle control, because you don't want the car sliding up into the slick, because then you're going to lose all your momentum that you'd gained. But so far, 5 down, 3 to run. The buckshot, Billy Brickley leading here in heat race number 2 of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Don't forget, check them out on Facebook. Keep up to date with all the pit parties that Tim and the entire crew are doing on basically whenever they get a chance to go to the dirt track races. But Steve, we're coming to 1 to go right now. The buckshot, 00, Billy Brickley is your leader.
Yes, he is going in turn 1 for the final time. Exits turn number 2 for the final time. Down the back straightaway. Your drivers 1 through 5 are single file into turn number 3 for the final time. Out turn number 4, Billy Brickley will pick up the win. 2nd place will be Jeffrey Stewart. Jeremy Isabel will finish 3rd. Kyle Jenkins 4th. John finished 6th. 7th will go to Justin Stolz. 8th is Steven Bixler, Aaron Schaefer, Robert Boggs.
I know she didn't want to say Klimowicz Jr., then you just called him John.
Right. That's right. If I can't say it right, that's best, because like I said, it don't come out right.
I noticed in our last couple of broadcasts, and I was thinking about this yesterday, you haven't said "that's right" a lot. It's gone. No. It's sort of been taken out and thrown out of the vocabulary.
It has.
We're moving up.
We are moving up, because I watched someone else do it, and I'm like, you mocking me.
That's right. Anyhow, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Heat number 3.
Choo-choo.
Starting on pole, heat race number 3 in car number 22 for Team ABR. Alex Bergeron Racing, it's Jason Nygaard on his outside in car number 2, Bryce Bailey. Inside the second row, car 20 of Jonathan Lowe will start position 3, and John Bragman, car 17, will start position number 4. Third row inside, position 5 belongs to the 45 of Brandon Igo, and Anthony Marvuglio will start position number 6. David Flick, Wavy Dave in car 56 will start position number 7. The fake 56, by the way, that is. He knows I'm the real 56. He will start position 7. Tyler Grafton will start position number 8. Then we go back to our final row. James Simmons in car 72 out of position number 9. And Ray Ross lines up out of position at number 10. Steve, you still want to be inside the top 4 to have a chance to make it through to the main event.
Yes, you do. So remember, you got to make the move early if you're going to make a move, especially if you're deep in that pack. All right, as you look right now, Jason Nygaard, Bryce Bailey bringing the field to the green flag this time. The drivers in the middle turns 3. Green flag is out on the exit turn number 4. Slow and steady pace they come. Jason Nygaard with a good little jump there. He'll go to the high side. Drivers will exit turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The top 4 pulling away from the rest of the field. I mean, you got 2 wide action back there in 5th, 6th spots there. Now you look right now, the 17 car, John Bragman. He is on the bubble, but watch out because right now David Flick is on a move. He goes to the high side, down the front straightaway, trying to close up on John Bragman there. Flick loses a spot actually there, and here we go down the back straightaway. Brett, you back?
Yes and no. But, anyhow, we'll keep it on. Battle on for 2nd and 3rd. Bailey and Lowe. Bailey's got 2nd spot at the moment. We'll shut the door going down into turn number 1 and 2. You see Lowe trying to work to the inside, but Bryce Bailey will hold on to position at number 2. You see Jason Nygaard, your race leader, as we complete our 4th lap here. So 4 to run. And we've got a nice little 3-car battle right now between Marvuglio, David Flick battling there as well on the inside. He puts the slider there on Anthony Marvuglio. Marvuglio will turn it back underneath it now. David Flick being pressured here by Brandon Igo. Igo goes for the slider down into turn 3 and 4.
Yes, Brandon Igo in car number 45 there. Actually, he is at 8th spot. Oh, upside down goes Brandon Igo. But look up, back up front battle for 2nd and 3rd spot. Bryce Bailey and Jonathan Lowe. Jonathan Lowe pulls the slide job. Bryce Bailey back underneath him. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Coming across this time, the white flag comes out for Jason Nygaard in car number 22. AB.
Well, final lap for the 22 of Jason Nygaard into turn number 3 out of turn number 4. Jason Nygaard for Team ABL victorious in heat number 3. 2nd will go to Bryce Bailey. 3rd is going to be Jonathan Lowe. And John Bragman will get the 4th and final transfer position. Tyler Grafton, Anthony Marvuglio, David Flick, James Simmons, Brandon Igo, and Ray Ross. The 10 cars to complete heat race number 3, excuse me. As we are now going to move into our first preliminary main of the night. We'll take a look right now at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, it don't matter. All right, starting in front row, car number 3, it's Curtis Merriman. On his outside is Aaron Schaefer in car number 77. Your 2nd row inside is Tyler Grafman. On his outside is Nathan Steen in car number 93. 3rd row inside, car number 34, is John Blank Jr. And then you have Anthony. However Brett says it. There you go.
They didn't hear it. They didn't hear it.
Oh, they didn't hear it, so they can hear me talking. There you go. It's 7th. Be Joe Dowd. Starting 8th tonight is Steven Bixler. On his outside will be David Flick. Starting 10th is Andrew Olson. On his outside, Justin Stolz. Starting 12th is James Simmons and Chris Roberts at car number 93 will start 13th. Lance Coaster will start 14th. Brandon Igo will start 15th. Ryan Nelson will start 16th. Dustin Sargent will start 17th. Ray Ross will start 18th tonight. John King Jr. will start 19th. And Robert Boggs will round out the field. 12 laps to distance, top 12 going to the A main.
Yeah, and 20 cars in this B main team, so no C main required, just straight into a B. And a reminder, after this B main, there is going to be a dash during the warm-up session. So we'll have a dash after this race. And then once that dash is done, we'll have a quick commercial break, come back, and then we'll have our main event to come after this one. But Steve, the drivers are on 1 to go. They make their way into turn number 3 and 4. Lights are out on the pace truck, and the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series B-Main, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and Dirty Old Bastards. We're set to let the 305 sprint cars loose, breaking the shackles.
See, they're side by side. Brett Pacework picks pull off. Green flag is out. Curtis getting a good jump there. Great jump for Curtis there. They go to turn number 1. The 62 car, Tyler Grafton, moves up in the 2nd spot. Aaron Schaefer falls back to the 3rd.
2 and 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4, Steve. They're fighting for positions right now. They still go 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. 3 cars into the wall. Oh, no. 2 cars going. Make that 3 cars upside down. Yellow flag is out. Steve, it was almost just waiting to happen. And unfortunately, a couple of drivers just coming together, losing their front wings as well. We've got...
well, it almost looked like someone went cow tipping.
You know what that reminds me of? USA, when someone was putting the cow dungus right on the racetrack.
So, do y'all go cow tipping in Australia?
Mate, I don't go anywhere. I'm a fat cripple in a wheelchair.
Do you know what cow tipping is?
Is that where you slap a cow on the button to run?
Right, or you wait till it's nighttime and you slap them and they fall over.
Yeah, look, I've never done that, Steve. Never done it. I'll tell you what, I'm just checking my bucket list. Yeah, no, it's not on my bucket list either. All right, while the field is under yellow behind the iRacing.com page track, if you want to get involved with the Dirty Old Bastards, message the Dirty Old Bastards Facebook page, running 305 sprint cars, and they're also running limited late models. They're running, I believe, super late models, crate late models, sprint cars, 360s, 410s. They've got it. They're on three nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you want to get involved in any particular class, of course, you've message the Dirty Old Bastards Facebook page. I can tell you how to get involved. Of course, don't forget to keep up to date with the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum on Facebook. Give them a like and a follow, as well as Tim's Dirt Track Simulators as well. Tim and Ernie and all the rest of the crew behind the scenes doing a fantastic job in hosting those pit parties. I know they had a pit party just last weekend. And of course, don't forget Wicked Cushion Esports, Matthew Henninger, everybody behind the scenes at Wicked Cushion that making this all possible as well. Dirty Old Bastard Steve, our B-Main getting set to refire here. 2 down, 10 to run.
That's right, good start there. One of the leaders. As the top 12 are already locked in, but right now, Jonathan King is on the bubble. car number 14. Right now behind him is James Simmons, but look out. Dustin Sargent, Brett, is going to try and make something happen in just a few minutes with John King Jr.
Yeah, I'm going back up towards Brandon Igo right now. He's just powering around the outside of the 93 car of Chris Roberts. Roberts again. The Catfish loves to stay on the bottom side of the racetrack. Might be sort of hindering the performance there, the number 93 machine. But it's that drive on the exit. And Steve, I spoke about it earlier. Coming out of the turns, you probably more than likely want to be on above the slick and keep that momentum up. And as we've just seen there, Brandon Igo and also Anthony Marvuglio drive around the number 93 machine of Chris Roberts.
Yes, Chris Roberts falling back to the 8th spot right now, but Curtis Merriman still continues to lead with Tyler Craftman in his hip pocket. Aaron Schaefer still in 3rd, and David Flick is in 4th, and Justin Stolz is your top 5. Halfway down, halfway to go for your race leader.
Now this is the B-Main for the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. As we're watching right now, David Flick all over the back of Aaron Schaefer through turn number 3 and 4. Schaefer and Flick goes right through the slick on the entry to turn 1. Here comes Wavy Davey Flick around the outside as he tries to get into position number 3, but Schaefer going to slide up. Flick, will he turn it underneath? No. He tucks in behind the 77 machine as Schaefer Enters a little higher into turn number 1 and 2. Gives the opportunity for Flick up on the inside. Again, they race side by side. Third and fourth battle.
That's right. Now you look at David Flick moving to the third spot, passing Aaron Schaefer like a stripper upside down on the pole there. But look at Schaefer starting to battle back.
Well, I guess that pole mustn't have broke. It hasn't broken just yet, but there goes Flick with the slider line. 2 to run this time by for your race leader. We take a look back through the rest of the field. A lot of single file racing here in the 305. Robert Boggs on screen in car 29. He's the last car. In fact, there's one more car behind him. So there's only 13 cars left on the racetrack. But Steve, 1 to go. You can bring us home.
1 to go. Curtis Merriman is your leader. In car number 3 as he goes down a back straightaway with Tyler Craftman in his hip pocket into turn number 3 for the final time. He will exit turn number 4. Your B-main winner, Curtis Merriman, Tyler Craftman, David Flick, Aaron Schaefer, Justin Stoles, your top 5. Brandon Igo, Anthony Marlugio, whatever Brett said, Chris Roberts, Ryan Nelson, Dustin Sargent, John King Jr., and Robert Boggs. Actually, that's going to be James Simmons.
Yeah. Gets that 12th and final transfer spot. So normally, what happens now, Steve, is we normally have a 2-minute warm-up session. But I can tell you, you can see the timer there just underneath the iRacing.com or the iRacing logo up on the top left. You see a 20-minute timer. We are going to be running a dash here. And again, Steve, this will line up, of course, the what I believe, and I'll just confirm this with Racing Troll. In fact, you might be able to hear Racing Troll talking. I believe it'll be the top 2 that will go through.
I'm listening.
Okay. Just bear with us, folks. Again, don't forget to let us know who you're cheering for, and let's take a look. Of course, don't forget, as we are live on Facebook.
So they're picking numbers. That's what they're doing right now. Sorry to cut you off, Brett. Tyler Shell picks 4. He will start second. Now they're asking Billy. Billy picks the number 1 through 6. He picks number 2. He will start 4th tonight. Jason Nygaard picks the number. Jason Nygaard picks 5th or 5. Nygaard will start on the pole. Joe Isabella Believin'. He picks number 6. He will start 6th tonight. Jeffrey's going to pick a number 9. He picks number 3. He will start 3rd. And Bryce will start 5th.
Yeah, there we go. There is your dash. So, pretty much like we see on a Sunday night, Steve, with the live redraw.
That's right.
Except we don't do it. It's Chris Roberts doing it from behind the scenes. And again, obviously.
Yeah.
But, hey, before we go any further, of course, as I was just about to say, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. And, Steve, we were talking just before, we're only 23 subs away from the 1,000 subscriber mark. So, again, if you could head over to www.youtube.com/UltimateDirt TV, hit that subscribe button. We are aiming for the 1,000 subscribers mark, and as I said, we are just about 23 away, and I'll give you it's still 23 away. We're 977.
Wow, not bad at all. So the driver's going to pick it up to 40 miles an hour. Lights go out this time. We're going to green flag action, Brett.
Next time by. Hey, one thing I came across last night. Did you know the 18th of March in 2018, Ultimate Dirt TV was created. So we are 2 years in. It's a big happy birthday to Ultimate Dirt TV.
Oh, congratulations.
Of course, none of this would be possible without, of course, all the leagues that we've covered and all the promotion that has been given to us, and as well as you, the race fans that have tuned in here, whether it's your first time or whether it's your 50th time or many, many more times after that. Tyler Shower getting a jump on Jason Nygaard here. 6 laps out dash, and we're underway, Steve.
Yes, we are. You look at the double twos back there trying to work around on the high side. That's Bryce Bailey and his teammate. My thing's all messed up there. Joe Isabel.
It's because it's running warm-up, Steve, so the timing and scoring ain't going to be correct. So, but I can tell you right now,
on the wall.
Tyler Shell is your race leader from Jason Nygaard. I think that's 2 down, 4 to run. Then you go back to Bryce Bailey in 3rd, 4th right now, Jeffrey Stewart, and then you go back to the Buckeye, or the Buckshot, Billy Brickley and Joe Isabel to round out the 6-car field. Halfway home this time by 3 down, 3 to run.
Yes, you look at Billy Brickley there. I mean, has a 72 car of James Simmons ahead of him. But look at there. Tyler Shell continues to lead. But Bryce Bailey, he started in the rear. He's up to the 3rd spot. 2 laps.
Yeah, they'll get the white flag this time by as well. Jason Nygaard, fastest lap so far during this warm-up session. We'll get 1 to go for Tyler Shell, looking to put that number 85 machine on pole position for tonight's 35-lap main event. Steve, couple of turns to go.
Couple of turns to go for Tyler Shell. But you know what? The 22 car is not letting him go any. Checker flag. Tyler Shell with the win. Jason Nygaard in 2nd. Bryce Bailey in 3rd, I believe.
Yeah, we'll be able to take a look at Tyler Shell there just on screen as he's already pulled it back onto pit road. So, well, Steve, we'll take this opportunity right now to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Drivers will get about 2 to 3 minutes on this racetrack, and, well, we're going to step aside, come back, pay a couple of bills, and get ready for our 35-lap main event. You are watching the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and Dirty Old Bastards.
My name is Steven Corpenos. I'm a senior web developer here at iRacing, and I work on the beta UI. It's funny because iRacing has been around for 10 years, but we want to keep delivering the best possible user experience to our customers, and we've found that the old UI isn't exactly what we're trying to deliver in 2018. We want to use new features and provide the best possible experience when using the sim. One of the projects that I've been working on is some custom heat racing configuration for hosted races. We've been listening to our customers. Everyone's been asking for custom heat races. Maybe you want to tweak a few things with the preset iRacing configurations. Well, now you can using the beta UI. So once you're at the home page of the beta UI, you just go to create a race. Then from there you go to your set race options. And you'll notice here under event types, you can actually choose heat racing. First, I'm going to show you how to create a new format from scratch. You can choose the number of entrants. And as you can see, when I made that change, the change was actually reflected on the right side in the graph. Also, you can use the estimated duration at the bottom of the graph when you're changing the length to see what the total duration of your event will be. In addition, you can customize every aspect of the session information, practice, qualifying, heat races, consolations, and of course, the final feature race. Because the beta UI allows us to develop features that are robust and complex, this feature will be exclusively available on the beta UI. Once you've made all of the changes, you can hit save. Say you forgot what you selected. You can always preview it using the preview format button. We are very excited to release the brand new heat racing configuration feature that will be available in Season 3 of iRacing.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion, Esports, and Dirty Old Bastards. It is now time for our 35-lap main event, and we'll take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. So the first 6 drivers will be just jumbled up just a little bit due to the dash. We know Tyler Schell and Jason Nygaard are going to start on row 1. I believe it was Bryce Bailey, Joe Isabel. I think it was Jeffrey Stewart and Billy Brickley who will start in the top 6 spots. Richie Preston and Jeremy Isabel will start positions at number 7 and 8.
Starting 9th is Jonathan Lowe, and Kevin Hanley will start 10th at the car number 110.
Carl Jenkins will start position 11. John Bragman will start position number 12.
13th is Curtis Merriman, and Tyler Grafton will start 14th.
David Flick will start position 15 with Aaron Schaefer out of position number 16.
17th, Justin Stolz at car number 23, and Brendan Igo at car number 45 will start 18th.
Anthony Marvuglio will start position 19th, and Chris Roberts will start position number 20.
21st is Ryan Nelson, and Dustin Sargent will start 22nd.
And your final row inside will be John King Jr. out of position 23. Out of position 24, it's James Simmons. And thank you very much for that follow, Anthony. As again, don't forget to hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. Don't forget to share it out right now. Get all those watch parties going on as the 305 Sprint Car Series drivers. Well, we're about to go iRacing green flag, but we are not going green flag. And don't forget, head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button, free to watch. You can always come back to Facebook if you want to. Pace Trackers in. Normally we get ready and get hyped to send these drivers for 35 laps. But again, the first 3 rows, we are going to be repositioning those drivers from the redraw. And it looks like they are ready to go. So once we complete lap 2, or once we start lap 2 of 37, so we're basically on 2 to green right now, Steve. Hello, Patricia.
Yep, 2 to green. We're going to have some good racing as they're clearing the black flags.
All right, so we'll get those. Well, Racing Control going to get those black flags cleared right now, and we are getting ready to send these drivers off for 35 laps around the Volusia Speedway Park. And Steve, not your normal oval racetrack, Volusia. It's more like a D-shaped kind of racetrack.
Definitely is a D shape, especially on the back straightaway. Your car wants to push up to the outside wall when you exit turn number 2. And you know what time it is, Brett?
It's time to get after it. We're about to send these drivers off the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Our main event to start. Let's get live for 35, and we are alive. Tyler Schell going to lead us to turn number 1 and 2. Bryce Bailey with a good jump on the inside. Nygaard relegated back to position number 3. Watch the guys battle it out. 2 and 3 wide down the back straightaway. Steve, we've seen 3 wide of the B-main. Didn't end all that well for some of the drivers, but so far clean and green after lap number 1.
Yes, we're clean and green. And you look there, the 3J car, that's Jeremy Isabel. He's trying to close up on Joe Isabel there. They're both running the high side. You see Richie Preston at car number 25 running the bottom there. And they're still 2 and 3 wide further back as we go. The top 4 are right about single file, or top 5.
Now this battle from about 6th position right now. You just see the Isabel boys 6th and 7th. Then you go back to Preston, who's been pressured there by Jonathan Lowe. Then you got Hanley Bragman as well. But man, oh man, they are still 2 and nearly 3 wide. Oh, contact, 1 car, half spins. Brendan Igo, he saved it. It was contact, left rear mat, right front. And Igo done very well to keep that car under control. Keep it straight as we stay green. 30 laps to run.
Yes, Igo falls back to 22nd now, running that bottom groove. Not sure if he has any damage, but he's actually going to probably fall to the rear as John King Jr. will pass him. Caution out on the race.
All right, first caution of the night here And it looks like it was the 14 car of John King. We'll get to take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replayers. Well, it might not have even been him. It might have been James Simmons, maybe. I'm just trying to take a look at the replay. No, it looks like it was the 14 car of John King. He was just upside down in turns 1 and 2. Went up all by himself. And there is the black and green machine. And Jason Nygaard caught a good piece of that one too. But unfortunately for John King, his night is done. Well, I guess he's not a king no more. He's been relegated back to a pawn position.
Well, we all know how that goes sometimes.
Yep, checkmate. You didn't get the... Did you get the chess reference just then?
I did.
Alright.
So Tyler Shell continues to lead Bryce Bailey in second. Jason Nygaard in Team ABR car number 22. Billy Brickley is in fourth, and Jeffrey Stewart is your top 5.
Yeah, we're actually going to ride on board right now with Billy Brickley in the 00 machine. You can see the lights out on the racing.com pace track. 29 to run, Steve, so I think that's right. 37 minus 8, yes, 29, yep. My mass calculations is good.
Whew.
Choo-choo. I mean, phew.
Phew.
Who's going to go pew-pew?
Base truck looking to pull off here. Base truck will be pulled off into inner turn number 4. Green flag is out. Tyler Shell bringing the field to the green flag. Gets a good start there. He's going to go to the middle groove there as he will exit turn number 2 on the high side. Trying to be high, wide, and handsome there at car number 85. Look at second place, Bryce Bailey. He stays on the high side as you look at Tyler Shell sticking it to the bottom. Great running for Tyler Shell, Brett, as he's starting to pull away.
Yeah, he is. We're actually riding on board right now with Tyler Shell as you look out the back of the rest of the field and you see Bryce Bailey. You see what I mean, Steve, about and you can listen to it in the throttle. You can listen to the sound of the motor when Tyler Shell goes through turn number 3 and 4. Because he's running that bottom side of the racetrack, you hear him have to get off the gas so the car doesn't slide up. And again, you don't necessarily have to hit the brakes. You just got to roll off the throttle about 3/4. And he keeps that car, all 4 tyres, in the moisture down low in the exit of turn number 4. And this number 85 machine is hooked up right now. But I tell you what, a good battle for second, third, and fourth. Bryce Bailey holding on to second. Jason Nygaard in third. And then you go back to the buckshot. Billy Brickley back there in position number 4. And then not too far away is Jeffrey Stewart in the 172 machine.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at Richie Preston at 25. He's running the bottom with Kevin Hanley following right behind him. He's side by side with Joe Isabel in the 2 and Jeremy Isabel in the 3.
So Nygaard trying to work the outside of turn number 1 and 2 as he runs right above the slick line at this stage. He's going to try and enter right through the slick, try and get up into the moisture on the exit of turn number 4, and I don't think that looks to be the fastest line. He's certainly off pace a little bit. He's a tenth slower than Bryce Bailey, and he's a tenth and a half behind the pace of Tyler Shell on that previous lap. Steve, we're turning lap times in the low 16-second bracket, 16.2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. That's so far the best lap of the race is 16.072. That is by your leader of Tyler Shell.
Yes, Tyler Shell putting the schooling on the other 23 drivers in the field. Chris Roberts currently running 15th on the board. Aaron Schaefer is currently 12th at car number 77. These drivers are putting in one hell of a show. Double file in the back.
Watching now the Isabel boys go at it once again. Joe Isabel, Jeremy Isabel, and Kevin Hanley in the 110 machine. Here goes Hanley to the inside. He's bringing Richie Preston with him. Both Hanley and Preston running 8th and 9th. And you go back to David Flick in 10th position. Well, right now they're nearly 3 wide just in front of Kevin Hanley, Stewart, and Isabel. Both Isabels, Jeremy and Joe. As the 3J machine will slide up. That is Jeremy Isabel sliding up in front of Joe. But here comes Hanley. Hanley to the inside. 17 to run this time by 18, in fact.
18. As you look at Bryce Bailey now starting to pull away from Jason Nygaard. Jason Nygaard is currently running third. He's running the high side. Caution out on the racetrack second time tonight.
Wow. Just as we went caution. Jeremy Isabel, Joe Isabel, Richie Preston, Jeffrey Stewart. They were 3 wide down through turn number 3 and all the way down the back straightaway as well. So, so far 4 cars have been eliminated, and I'm not sure who that was for.
Aaron Schaefer missing a nose wing and a part of the nose go at sprint car. Would have been up front bumper there. Car number 77, Aaron Schaefer.
All right, well, this might be a good time to go back and take a look here at our Wicked Cushion instant replay, if I can find where Schaefer is. Here he is, so we'll keep an eye on this number 77 machine. Oh, just got into the back of Jonathan Lowe. I hate when this does this because it... I'm trying to find these drivers. It's not letting me click on them.
Sound like me one night.
Okay, so here's the incident here, because Jonathan Lowe and the 56 of David Flick come together, and then Schaefer tagged the back of Lowe, and then Schaefer caught that inside wall. So there we go. We got to the bottom of it, and we are ready to rumble once again, Steve, here at the Volusia Speedway Park.
The lights are out. Brett, why don't you go ahead and tell them your sponsors for Ultimate Dirt?
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to Wicked Cushion, DirtFan.com, and World of Thunder Racing League, and we'll throw in Wicked Energy Gum as well.
All right, yeah, you need to chew on that gum.
I wouldn't mind. Actually, I wouldn't mind trying a bit of that gum, but the problem is that it'll cost more in shipping than what it would for the item.
That's true. That's true. And it might be stuck in customs there, you know, since it's
quarantined.
Yes, green flag is out. Look at Bailey. Look, Brett Bailey, good jump there on the hip pocket of the 85 of Tyler Shell. It's ace of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. What can Bailey hip do to Tyler Shell?
Yeah, well, I guess we're about to find out over the next 16 laps as Tyler Shell leads by a car length over Bryce Bailey. Bailey really trying to tag that tail tank and trying to tag that rear nerve bar to get by that 85 machine, but at the moment he just has to sit there and follow suit, and hopeful that Bryce Bailey, that Tyler Shell will make that mistake.
Yeah, that's all he has to wait for is a mistake to happen out of the 85 car as they go down the back straightaway. As both of them run the bottom. But you look at Bailey, he's more on the gas than Shell is. Shell's a little bit more conservative, and that's really where he's gaining on them. And you see the drivers go to turns 1 and 2. They run the middle to the high line as they exit turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, we see no change to our top 3 running order, and well, no change to the lines that they're running as well. In fact, no change to pretty much our top 4, as Billy Brickley still doing a nice job as he runs the top side. Nygaard runs low through turn number 1 and 2. Does he go back to the slider line in 3 and 4? No, he stays low. Brickley nearly tags her back in the good battle on for the final podium spot as well, but we'll also keep an eye on what could be a challenge for the race lead over the coming laps.
Yes, that's what they're trying to do, make something happen. Bailey just waiting for that mistake. But you better hope the mistake don't happen directly in front of him, because he could clobber him. But down the front straightaway into turn number 1. You see they run the high side in between 1 and 2 and bottom of 3 and 4. They're where the moisture is on the track, trying to get the best they can out of the performance of these 305 motors.
Yeah, well, Nygaard's actually fallen back to 4th, and Billy Brickley has made his way up to position number 3. So hats off to the 00 machine, but back up front, and we just continuing to keep our eyes just closely peeled on the 2 drivers up front. But at the moment, with Bryce Bailey making a mistake as we're closed in on what is 9 to run, it's still Tyler Shell, and as he continues to pull away from the rest of the field, you would think that this race would be all but sewn up right now.
You would think that, but all it's going to take is Tyler Shell start to pull away from Bailey now. Is another caution where Bailey gets right, get another jump, and hopefully that won't happen. Another caution, we can stay green for the remainder of the laps as we're coming across to complete lap number 31.
Yeah, just completed lap number 30 right now, starting lap number 31, which means 7 laps to run here in tonight's main event for the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Battle on for 5th right now as there goes Kevin Hanley. He puts the slider there on Jeremy Isabel, and Kevin Hanley will move into position number 5.
I'm watching Bryce Bailey there. Track looks like it's starting to get a little rough. You can see that car starting to bounce around and making a little bit ill handling, especially when he runs up to that wall. You can look at Tyler Shell so close to that wall on a back.
Now just trying to compare lap times between the likes of Tyler Shell and Jason Nygaard. Nygaard was quicker on the previous lap with a 16.7, and Tyler Shell losing 0.4 of a second right now. I tell you what, if Bryce Bailey, if he realizes that the bottom side is still going to be the quickest way around, if he can just hit that bottom side, that number 2 machine is coming back after your race leader. And Steve, with about 3 to run, this is getting really close and really tight for the for the last part of this feature event.
Yes, it is. You look, they're both going down, but I told you a few laps ago that Bailey's a little bit more on the gas there. They go to turn number 1. Bailey in the hip pocket at 85 of Tyler Shell. He's looking right a little bit underneath of Tyler Shell. See if he can make a move. Cannot do it down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tyler Shell, he loses speed right there where Bailey's fast going into turn 4 on the X.
Final lap right now for the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Our museum powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Presented by Wicked Cushion Esports and Dirty Old Bastards. Out of turn number 4, your main event winner, Tyler Shell. Second is going to go to Bryce Bailey. Results waiting to come up on the screen right now. Third place, Jason Nygaard. He was having problems there. Billy Brickley comes home third. Fourth is going to be Jeremy Isabel. Fifth will go to Kevin Hanley. Joe Isabel in 6th. Chris Roberts 7th. Richie Preston 8th. 9th is Justin Stolz. Jeffrey Stewart in position 10. David Flick 11th. Tyler Grafton, Curtis Merriman, Dustin Sargent, Jason Nygaard, Brandon Igo, Aaron Schaefer, John Bragman, Anthony Marvuglio, Jonathan Lowe in 20th. Ryan Nielsen, Kyle Jenkins, James Simmons, and John King Jr. There is your main event, Steve. It is done and dusted. And for the first race of the 2020 season here for the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, powered by Wicked Cushion Esports, and presented by Dirty Old Bastards, Tyler Shell goes to victory lane.
And while we're waiting to get the drivers in here for the interview, there's 60 of y'all still in the broadcast watching us live. Make sure you go to youtube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing. We just got a few more to go, and we're going to hit that magical 1K mark.
All right, well, tell you what, let's bring him in. Let's go straight down to victory lane for the first time this season. The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, a main winner here tonight in car number 85. It's Tyler Shell. Tyler, congratulations on this victory. Boy, that was a tough race from start to finish. You had excuse me, you had challenges from all over the park, but you keep that 85 up front and you get the win.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I would get a lead, and then caution came out. Then I got another lead. Then I just lost, gave it all away in the last like 3-4 laps. I hit the wall, and then he just found the line, and I didn't. And I was kind of just hoping to hang on for the last 2 laps, which happened. It was a good fun race with Bryce.
Yeah, let's just go to those last couple of laps. As you said, were you starting to get nervous that Bryce was starting to catch you, and you sort of seen the lap times and the relative maybe getting smaller and smaller?
Yeah, I hit that wall the one lap in 3 and 4. It lost about 3-4 tenths, and then I could just hear him get more of a run coming off the corner in 3 and 4 than I was. I think I could a little better in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 he was just killing me coming off and down the front stretch. So just hoping I could keep my ground and come away with the win.
All right, well, you come away with a win here in the first race of the season for the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and presented by Dirty Old Bastards. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate with your team, but before we let you go, Tyler, of course, sponsors on this race car. We know there's a lot of people that help you get here, and no doubt they need to be thanked.
Yep, I'd like to thank everybody that put this on, man. This is a blast to run, and then you for broadcast, you and Steven put a nice broadcast together, and then my team, Hubs Up Simsport, Motorsport Speed, Jessup Logistics, Paint by the Tuna Can, Hergut Real Estate Company, Over the Wall Photographs, Sketch Fence Apparel, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Shell from Victory Lane getting the win in car number 85. Steve, you're standing by with our second place runner here tonight in car number 2 of Bryce Bailey.
Well, congratulations, Bryce Bailey. Let me tell you something. You look like you was trying. You look like you was a fat kid chasing your cupcake. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. The cupcake was leading, and you was trying to get.
Well, yeah,
Different analogy.
That wouldn't happen. I'd eat the cupcake first, so I win.
I definitely found something towards the end, that's for sure, but it was just hard to pass with running a slider line in 1 and 2, and then the bottom 3 and 4. You're just going to need a mistake. I mean, the last corner, you could have laid a bumper, but that doesn't usually go well in sprint cars. So, I'm
Well,
just
y'all
happy with
get
it.
close to that wall, the back straightaway a couple of times. It looked like your race leader got a little bit into it. I mean, did you see that? Was it more of like you're just waiting for that mistake, or you're just hoping?
I was hitting it. I hit it a couple times. Like, I sat up on the berm, and I just would hear the tires revving and everything, so I thought I was hitting that entrance once or twice, but the track was fun. It was definitely a racy track, but I definitely would have wished we had 1 or 2 more laps, or I would have found the bottom sooner.
Well, you know, 1 or 2 more laps. You're right. I mean, but that last restart, you had one good jump there. I mean, you were on him. I mean, we're all watching that. So tell these people. Let's do this for instance. We got some people watching that's never been in iRacing before. Tell them what they need to get in iRacing.
you need a computer and a half-decent wheel. I mean, you can use a controller, and also you just have to like it. You just have to love racing, and it's a good time. Meet new people, meet some crazy Aussies like Brett, and
And
just
all
have
they
a
have,
good time.
that's right. And all you got to do is go to iRacing.com and you can get a subscription there. But Bryce, who would like to thank making, for you running that? Who do you want to thank you?
Joe Isabeau, especially for making this new paint for tonight. JR Motorsports for making the set. I struggle with the 05 sets. And you guys for broadcasting it. Good. It was a very nice show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming on with second place at car number 2. That is Bryce Bailey. I'm going to throw it back over to Brett where he has your third place finisher, Billy Brickley.
Yeah, right now home in third place tonight in car number 00. It's Mr. Billy Brickley. And Billy, congratulations on this third place run. You were sitting outside of the top 3 for majority of that feature race, but those final 10 to 12 laps, that number 00 machine certainly came on, and you come home third place. Can't be too disappointed with that.
Yeah, I really did horrible in that dash, so I was kind of hoping the feature would come for me, and it wasn't looking like it there for a while, but there at the end, car started coming in, and it was hard to pass anybody, but Nygaard made one mistake, and I just happened to be in the right position to take it from him.
These 305s, it's always about trying to sort of lessen those mistakes. The less mistakes you make, the better you're off you're going to be. How did you set your car up for this feature event? Because the track was getting very slick from top to bottom. It was getting tough to run up near the fence with that cushion, but it was also getting very tough to keep those cars down low up against that inside wall.
Yeah, I didn't change much all night. The only thing I changed was I changed one shock, and that was about it. The rest of it I stayed the same, but the 305s, you don't have the power, so you just got to keep everything smooth, keep them straight, really, and then after that, it's just all putting it in the right spot every single lap. Because like I said, if you make a mistake, you're in trouble.
Well, not a bad way to kick off the 2020 National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series with the third place run here tonight, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and Dirty Old Bastards. Let you get out of here and celebrate a third place run here tonight in the season opener, Billy. But before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes, who makes it happen for you?
Thanks, Brad. Gotta thank Sofa King Fast, Sim Sports, United Dirt Sim Series, Design Metal Art, Jessup Logistics, Works Graphics. Without them, wouldn't be able to do it.
All right, there we go. Billy Brickley home in third place. Steve, that wraps us up for the first of many races here on a Wednesday night. But the 305 Sprint Car Series, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, Dirty Old Bastards. Show number one, race number one here at the Volusia Speedway Park is in the books. And how did you enjoy that one, Steve?
I loved it. I love coming over here anytime I get a chance to watch some Dirty Old Bastards. You know, that's one thing I enjoy doing. I told Chris, you know, it's the name. It's catch-up, okay?
Well, he's been doing it pretty much since Dirt had arrived here
That's right.
on the iRacing platform. But Steve, that'll wrap us up. Thank you so very much for your time here tonight. And Thursday night, tomorrow night, the 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. They are back. Race number one tomorrow night right here on Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook and YouTube. And again, it'll be from about 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So we'll see you then, of course. A big thanks to, of course, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. A big thank you to Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion Esports. A massive thank you to Dirty Old Bastards, Chris Roberts, the entire admin team here for putting on these shows, and of course all the people that make all this possible for us here at Ultimate Dirt TV to broadcast. Of course, our own sponsors as well. We've got Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, and World of Thunder iRacing League. Don't forget to check them out on all their social media pages. Give them a like, give them a follow, and don't forget to go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe, and we are just about 23 subs away from the magical number. Once we get to that magical number of 1,000, a $50 giveaway will happen. So if you want a chance to win some free cash, coronavirus free cash, that is, by the way, you can have your chance at winning some money. And, well, you never know, you might be able to go get some toilet paper, hand sanitizer, whatever crazy fad is going on at the time. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, and on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, on behalf of Steve McMillan and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell and a good night from the Volusia Speedway Park.